Hey guys, name's Fen, playing some Thief 2, along with Cyberg Plays, who's just started his play. You guys should go check him out. I've got the link in the description, because if I spoke the link to you here, it would be all like http://R HG90. Let's just play. And by the way, I reinstalled Tavern Patcher with all the updates so you can get these, wanking ass new modern looks. And I don't know, I want to just take a quick look at whatever the quick save is here, so that I can see if anything's really changed in this level and been like updated looks wise and stuff, because, well, I guess so. So now it's all different, and yeah, and the first video is gonna not be all different. I'm kind of an old schooler. I do like the old look, but I've seen the old look a bunch of times, and this is pretty loud for some reason. Oh, that's better. And I've never played it before with these updated textures, so everybody's just gonna have to suffer, or not. Anyway, on to the next mission. Okay, so, yes, and apparently I forgot to watch the intro movie of the game, but never mind. You can go see Cyberg Plays video. He played it in his video, and it's pretty cool. I'm just not ever gonna do it. Psh.
Business has been kind of slow these days, thanks to Sheriff Gorman Truart. He's been coming down hard on my competition and anyone else he deems unlawful. I've been playing it safe by keeping a low profile, but as my landlord recently reminded me, the rent is late. He says he's going to pay me a visit tomorrow to collect, so I'll have to go amateur for some quick cash. The warehouses by the docks should fit the bill. In addition to the usual shipping traffic, there's also a small smuggling operation sponsored by the local underground. Not too many guards, lots of dark corners, and several points of entry should make this job painless and profitable. Maybe I'll even have something left over for myself once the rent is paid. Wasn't that long ago that I was planning on my retirement. Now the only thing that's getting retired is my standards. If things get any worse, I'll have to go back to picking pockets in the streets.
That would be horrible! So this is shipping and receiving. Ship all the taffers. Okay, so Gilver knows he's sending out an important shipment tomorrow, but what he doesn't know is it's being redirected to your fence. So we gotta find a shipping label and put it on a big crate outside of Gilver's office, whoever he is. Some rare spice, aka weed, has been smuggled. The landlord, yeah, okay, get some rent, don't kill, and then get out of the area to the stack of crates were, and you'll hear a sort of a sound. Buying the papyrus because it's cheap and because why not? It's funny about moss arrows, to interrupt my train of thought. I mean, if you're gonna use one, you're probably gonna want to use more, but I'm gonna buy it anyway because must spend all the money. Alright, so now we have these updated textures which look cool but not classic, and therefore I'm going to mantle up backwards. Ready? Ready? It's not funny at all. On second thought, I may just play the way I used to. I know it's not at all consistent, but who cares about that? Still got the fixes pack and possibly Bloom, I can't really remember. Anyways, let's listen to some exposition. Oh, I'm sorry. Exposition is not going to come from this guy because he's wearing purple. He's too royal and snobbish for the likes of anyone. So, yeah, let's go hide in some shadows that aren't shadows. You may notice these numbers up here. You may also notice that there's a name here. Sid Capezza, inventor. Eat out your heart, Sid. Vision goes farther than Electronic Arts did. This is a fantastic start, just me babbling, but that's what y'all come for. It's my niche, or niche, as it were. I think I've already ranted about that in some previous video that's so old I don't even remember what it is. But, essentially, niche, N-I-C-H-E. In no other time in English would you ever pronounce C-H-E as ch, if there's not a T. And therefore, language is horrible, and I'm going to be a grammar Nazi or something. I think I was just said I was going to be a Nazi. I think this is a very bad thing to say, and therefore, I take my punishment. Thank you. I don't know what's with this guy and having to ghost him. You might have to go around the other way and, like, heaven sawed that with a stick in the mud. Stick. Anyway, yeah, shipping and receiving. Let's talk serious for a minute. This is, of course, the second mission of the game, and already we're going to get hints of the story, and we're going to see some stuff that should not be seen by any mankind. And also, it's really freaking huge, much like the second mission in Thief 1, which was, I guess, Craig's Cleft. Oh, well, I guess it's not as huge as the Bone Horde, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, my cranky friend, head this way and I'll show you to your shipment. You know, you hammers used to bring a lot of money my way, but I haven't seen you around lately.
I require but a fourth part of my usual order. Is all we are needful of. For our numbers have fallen since the rise of the accursed heretics.
Heretics? You mean the mechanists, right?
Speak not that accursed name to me. They follow not the way of the Master Builder, but a false prophet who twists holy scripture to his own selfish desire. Nay, worse still, those infidels would raise his lies to the level of holy word.
I've been hearing a lot about them lately. Don't know what to think of them yet, but seems like they've got plans to improve the city, making life better for people like me, which is more than you hammers ever did.
The heretics are naught but a trial for the faithful of the Builder. They know nothing of devotion, of faith, of craftsmanship, or skill, and blindly follow the path of lies, greed, and deception. Markest thou my warning? At the forge of the Master Builder, he will separate steel from dross, and those who follow falsehoods instead of faith will be forever cast aside.
Yeah, whatever you say. Let's just go and finish up our business.
Alright. Now, I think that... Whoa. In the original unpatched version, those guys just sort of stood there, but they're supposed to go into that door and then despawn for some reason or something. Maybe it was the other way around. But no, I did put the fixed pack on here, TM, so yeah, yeah. Those guys... Kilgore, yeah, that's the greatest name ever. Those guys did stand out there in the cold and in the dark back in the day before this stuff. But yeah, I wonder if you could follow those guys in and you could get into the whole place early, you know, because you'd get in a door that wasn't locked and stuff. That'd be pretty fun. Anyways, what the heck is our loot goal anyways? 850? Well, we're sort of getting up there. I mean, we're not into the, like, let's put 2,500 in each level kind of thing, or 2,000 or whatever the heck it was yet, but I guess we'll get there pretty soon. Funny, this level is pretty big, and 850 doesn't seem like a whole huge hell of a lot, but, oh well. So, pretty much, you gotta kind of go around the outside until you can find a way up into the inside. Did I say up? That's a huge spoiler. There's like a ladder somewhere, and also there's a light leaking from there. I think I might know which place this is supposed to be. Let's see here. Oh, it doesn't even have a sign.
Meinl makes the best steaks in the entire city. His recipes may catch me a pretty penny.
May also catch you a disgusted look. To spoil a thing again. I really should stop doing that. Yeah. Hey guys. It was his sled. Oh! Oh. Well, I'll take you tobogganing down a hill, standing on your back, crushing the unfaithful with binders full of people, whacking them over the head with it. Anyways, I guess these sheds are sort of like number sheds. They're math sheds. You have to get past them in order to finish the game, because educational games, although there have been a few that actually were good, there have been a bunch of them where they're like, let's make a game and then have it interrupted by math. Everyone will want to play it, and they're like scratching their heads like,
I hear
no.
Captain Davidson came into port about 4 hours ago.
That's what I heard. I hope that dirty smuggler brought us some spice. There's none to be found anywhere within this cursed city anymore.
I know what you mean. I used to grow my own spice, as well as fruits and vegetables, but all my crops died months ago, and won't grow back no matter what I try.
It's as if all the plant life in the city up and died. Have you noticed that all the trees in Eastport are wilted and dead?
Maybe Davidson will smuggle in trees next. I don't know where he's getting the spice from, but his prices are steep. He's quickly becoming a rich man.
That's the thing. When that conversation, spice, it talks about spice being smuggled, and when I first played the game, I just assumed it was like a, not a delicacy, but just a thing that people would want, like spice, to spice things. Like a sort of, like there were trades in sugar or salt or whatever, and that was an important thing, as mundane as it sounds, and I figured it was like that, and the guy goes, I used to grow my own spice, and he seems like just a regular, he doesn't seem like, I used to grow my own spice and it was good shit, It doesn't sound like it's supposed to be a drug from what he says. And when he says, maybe Davidson will smuggle in trees next, it implies that they're talking about him merely smuggling in things which would be rare because they're plants. Because trees aren't drugs at all, so to mention them in the same sentence as spice makes it seem like they're both just plants and they're both just important things for culinary uses and or, like, growing uses or something. So, apparently the spice bag is called 420 in the editor or something, so like, I don't know, or something like that. But it's just weird to me. It almost seems like a designer's in-joke and not canon, but who knows. Now I'm done spending half an hour debating about whether drugs are in a game or not, because it would be horrible if they were, then, I guess I'm gonna, stop doing that, maybe. I don't know. Pretty much, the outside so far, it's pretty much just sort of looking around, getting a feel for the level, because you can't open any of these doors yet, in case, you didn't realize. There's switches, and there's methods to open these. So there's the Gilver thing from my objectives. And I have to get into those sheds, and I might even be able to pick the locks, but I need the numbers for the doors. Yeah, well, I couldn't, but even if I could pick them, I'd need the numbers, which you have to get in some other place. And I guess I'll do this building first, because I think this is building A. And then we got to follow the alphabet song. This is frickin' Sesame Street, and kids need to learn how to learn, because otherwise they'll be stupid. Well, apparently. I don't know. It seems like a legit thing to say. Did that guy just see me from all the way over here? Maybe. Seems very unlegit. Wow, there's a lot more debris around here than I remember. Oh my god, it's so readable I may not be able to get in, but I can at least have a nice bedtime story. You have been evicted. Take 2 days to clear out your things or they will be removed by the management. A short, curt, Bob curtsy reply. Bill Sled's all...
You look exhausted. You should get some sleep.
I remember what it was like to sleep. Boss left this morning and put me in charge of unloading and cataloging all the incoming shipments for the mechanists. Every single bloody thing they order is made out of metal. I've been lifting heavy crates all day long. I think my back is about to break.
Bunch of taffers in this city. I live near Dayport, and I used to have a nice view of the mountains. I used to watch the sunrise with my wife every morning. But now, that metal monstrosity casts a permanent shadow over my house.
Oh, the Mechanist Tower, you mean? The city has certainly changed over the last year. A lot of that's because of the Mechanists. I was in Dayport just last week. All the trees are gone, and there are giant chimneys spewing out foul soot.
My whole neighborhood stinks of that blackened air. My house used to be white, but now it's gone gray with that smudge. And my son coughs constantly.
Well, there's more to the Mechanists than just factories. While I was in Dayport, I had to stop by the Mechanist Tower to pick up a payment. I couldn't believe what I saw. They had these mechanical faces that watched me and sent shivers down my spine, I tell you.
Yeah, I know all about those metal watchers. They installed some here in the Building B the other day. I heard they plan on replacing us guards with them because they don't need to give them pay at the end of the week. I heard rumors that we're all going to be fired. If that's true, then I'll have to live in the woods like a pagan.
Man, you could sort of see this game, because when they were making this game, they released it. I mean, they went out of business a few short months after they released it, as opposed to a few long months, I guess. It was a bunch of Februaries in a row. You know how it goes. And so really, they did rush some aspects of this game. As much as in general it is superior to the first game, there are rough edges, and I think that some of the voices here, I mean, not that all the voices in the first game were perfect, but I think a lot of the voices here are probably done by just random employees or their daughters or wives or something, or friends, and, you know, some of them are not so hot. Like that other guy conversing with that guard, not so great. It's, you know, it's not really ear-splittingly bad or anything, but you can see how maybe if they'd had a slightly more budget or slightly more time, maybe they could have got some final actors in here or something like that, but, well, who knows. So, I think I actually need to go upwards to even get into Building A in the first place. Well, no, I don't. I could go in this door here, but, well, climbing on the catwalks is kind of fun, but I guess I'm over my fun quota, so instead I'll just go in the normal way. Oh my god, that handle's horizontal and it's not locked. This is horrible. It just pisses me off. Blech. Anyways, yeah. I guess this level is a bit less detailed than the previous one, maybe, because what the heck is this? Just going outside again or something? Because it is a bit squarer-ish, maybe. Oh, it's just this door. But it's a pretty good level. It's a little simpler architecturally from what I remember, but it's pretty fun. And the thing about... Oh. What? Oh yeah, they see you through doors. I felt the need to put a period end statement at the end of that main office. The thing about Thief 2, if I may sidetrack myself for a moment, is that, you know, they did do away with most of the crazy levels and most of the crazy creatures. Unfortunately, Burricks were also a casualty there. But, and there's a lot of sort of buildings. Wow, did they place those like that? Nice, all tilted and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of buildings and mansions and sort of building-y buildings like that, which I kept claiming that I really didn't like in Thief 1. But the thing about it is that the buildings in this game are interesting. They're not just a bunch of square rooms with nothing happening plot-wise or anything with just one goblet per room and you just go through them like the motions, you know? There's a story through everything. There's barely a moment where you're not finding some piece of the plot. I'll give you a piece of my... I'll hand you a piece of your plot on a platter. What? No, this isn't gonna work. Anyways, yeah. So, really, there's things happening, and I mean, okay, this is a little plain, but, you know, whatever. I mean, whatever. I don't know. I guess this isn't the most exciting level, but I still think it's a decent one, and, you know, it's got lots of good sort of goings around and climbing up and down, and it's well linked and stuff, and there's variety overall, even if some of the actual little places here could maybe be a little more detailed. Still, overall, come on, overall there's enough variety in this level, and Building B is quite different, and then there's the docks and stuff, and it's all pretty great. Oh my god, look at all the foot passenger traffic. Man. They're all mans. They're all men. Because these are the days when men were men and hated colorful horses. Wow, I swung around behind him. I always manage to do that by accident and never when I'm actually trying. It's quite understandable, I suppose. I don't know. Weekly financial report. Oh, blah, 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 blah. It's pretty much all these guys. Rent paid in full except for that guy who was overdue. And then DM Gilver's covering for that fool. And, you know, mechanists are covering for that fool. And Lady is not a fool because she's a rainicorn. I don't know. Stick your foot through the door and you too can have a fun time at the carnival fair ground fair. Yes. Well... these are all just sort of mailboxes you can see, and, you know, there's a bunch of names, so it's like Rampone. I think these are all just the guys who rent the place, so it's pretty much, we'll see all those guys all in due time when we get to them. But, first... Our tenant Lucky Solentura has not paid his rent in quite a while. No one has seen him for weeks, and I've seen wanted posters in the city streets with his picture on it lately. I've been suspicious of him for quite a while, and I'd bet you his golden dice that he was running a gambling ring out of that space. I don't think he'll be back with the bluecoats looking for him. I have put an eviction notice on his area, 0266, and I plan on clearing out the place in a few days to rent it to Gonzalez. He's very fast. I felt bad that we had to throw Gonzalez out to make room for Capeza, so I cut him a deal on this space, seeing that it's smaller than his old area. Speaking of Capeza, could you ask him to keep the noise down? Girampone Vice President. So 0266 is the place with Lucky Guy, whatever, man. I guess. Where the heck is he? Wait, where the heck is Lucky? What's his face? Oh, there he. Oh, it's already marked on the map. Oh, wait, if it's on the map, I guess all I actually need. Well, I know you can change the numbers from there, but then you can also change them from the sheds, and it marks them on the map. That's crazy. I don't even remember. So what's the puzzle here? Then I can't remember. I forgot. I forgot. I don't know. Maybe I'll find that out later. What's this? I was recently contracted by the Mechanist to develop special lenses for them. I just received a small shipment of rare and valuable Adonisio crystal for this purpose. For security reasons, I would like to request the installation of a metal face into my area within the next week. I don't have the funds to replace the crystals if they get stolen, and I hear Mechanists can be unforgiving. No a germ. Yeah, well, they don't just can be, they freaking are. You've been evicted. Blah, 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 blah. That's the same notice we saw. So what's this? Our yearly inspection of your space was last week. Our inspector found that he could not get to the second floor because the elevator button on the first floor was broken. Why didn't you report this problem? Please see me about this matter. I don't like it when a piece of equipment on my property is not working. We have also been receiving complaints from E.B. Bramrich. He rents the office space below your second-floor office, and he claims to be hearing odd noises late at night. Please look into that. In a fine art place, odd noises? Are you crazy? I hold thy work in much regard, and thou knowest it was on mine own recommendation that my brotherhood contracted thy work. I trust by now thou hast received a small shipment of Adonisio crystal. By the coming weekend I shall need 10 lenses ground from the crystal thou hast received. Each lens must span 3 units in width, with a breadth of exactly 2 units. Grind thou 1 face concave and 1 convex. Make haste and then bring me thy work for my approval. Friend Capeza. It seems... he's talking about units, but it seems like a lens would have to be a lot more precise than like, 1 and 2 units. Just sort of make it concave, doesn't really matter how concave, just... I've had it with you, sir, and you're walking through doors' ways. You will not break the laws of physics in this house, except that's a pretty cool thing to do, because it causes chaos and... rain of chocolatey milkshakes, right, people? I guess so. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye for now.